Welcome back to Solutions for Financial Independence. Joining me now is John Halterman from Beacon Wealth Management. John, how are you today?
Hey, Kyle, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great as well. Today we have a question from Lori from Morgantown. She says the Trump economy seems to be really rolling. Should I be worried about a recession anytime soon?
Hey, Lori, you know what? I got to tell you that that's smart thinking, because most people, when the markets are going well, they have a tendency to think there is no risk. And to me, that's actually one of the biggest challenges, because when I look at challenges of investing, I think of three things. How do you deal with volatility in recessions? How do you deal with your emotions that come with the volatility? And then the type of strategy to actually manage your money.
So those are definitely great to keep in mind, but knowing those, what are some of the steps that you can take to follow along?
Well, I think the biggest thing, Kyle, is that, when you look at the third part, which is strategy, you really got to be thinking, what process should I follow? People allow emotions to step in and do too many things, and they make decisions irrationally because of the markets either doing really well and jumping in when it's really high, or panicking and getting out when it's really low. And so I tell people is establish a basic process. And a good example of that is, number one, I'm not a believer that you shouldn't ever change your investments. I think you got to identify what the current market conditions are. Then once you identify the conditions, you have to decide what the portfolio composition is actually going to be. And then you have to have a selection criteria of what actual investments to put in there. Because if you don't do it that way, then really you're just kind of winging it. And risk management is really the most important key to investing. Chasing returns doesn't mean anything, because we all can make money on the upside. It's how much do you lose on the downside that's really going to affect you the most over the long run.
Absolutely. Well, those are definitely great things to keep in mind as we're in this period right now. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And if you missed any of that, head over to our website, WDTV.com, and don't go anywhere. Much more news after the break.